Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to another walk around. Now the last car I had was loud, bold and very green. It was of course the Caterham 7 420R. This week however I've got a car that's pretty much at the other end of the spectrum because it's refined, comfortable, sophisticated and it's an Audi A5 Coupé, which I think looks fantastic. Now I have to say it's refreshing to see an Audi or any big German car in a colour that's not either black, grey, silver or white. This particular car is finished in Tango Red, which I do really like, but it is a £645 option. Now guys, you may want to start a drinking game because I will say optional extra or optional a few times in this video. So like I say, it's got the optional Tango Red paintwork. Now this particular model is the S-Line, so the A5 Coupé comes in two trim levels, Sport and S-Line. However, if you go for an A5 Sportsback, you get three trim levels. You get SE, Sport and S-Line. So basically the Coupé doesn't get the SE trim level. So I've got the S-Line, and as standard you would get 18-inch alloys. However, as an optional extra, there we are, have a drink on me, I have got 19-inch alloys, which they don't look bad. However, bearing in mind they cost over £1,000, I would want them to look a little bit more interesting and a bit more intricate, but that's merely my humble opinion. So for those of you that aren't aware, the A5 Coupé is essentially a coupe version of the A4 Saloon. And it does look pretty good. Obviously, with it being a coupe, you've got this wonderful sweeping roofline going down into the tailgate. Now, if you want a bit more practicality, you can have the A5 Sportsback I mentioned earlier, which is essentially a 5-door hatch. Now, whilst I'm here, let me quickly show you the boot, which offers a good amount of space. So obviously you can't really see the space because it's got my filming crap in there, but move it out of the way, give you a better idea. So it is quite a big boot. It's 465 litres, which is 10 more than its predecessor, and it's also 20 more than a BMW 4 Series and 65 more than a Mercedes C-Class Coupe. So it is a very decent sized boot. So I've got a lot of space left over. I've got my camera slider going through the middle there, a little ski hatch there, and close it down like so. Oh, it doesn't want to close. There we go. Let's have a look on the inside, because as with other Audis, the inside is a wonderful place to be. Open the door like so. Quite a heavy door actually. So as part of the S-Line specification, you get leather and Alcantara front sport seats, which are very comfortable, plus they hold you in place quite nicely. Let me jump in and try not to drag a load of mud into the car, because that would be quite rude. So let me talk you through prices. So the Sport starts from £33,845, whilst the S-Line starts from £35,495. You do get a lot of kit as standard, but you would expect that for the amount of money you're paying. Let me turn on the car like so. Yes, you do get a lot as standard. I'll be quiet. Oh, let's quickly turn that off before YouTube has a go at me. But what a song that is. Eminem, Stan, classic. Right, anyway. I forgot I had left my Bluetooth on, so let's go back. So as standard, you would get a 7-inch infotainment system, but I have got the, wait for it, optional extra technology pack. And it is quite steep. It's £1,395. However, I would urge you to spec it where possible. I'm not being paid by Audi to say that. I would recommend you spec it because you get a larger touchscreen. Not touchscreen, because it's not a touchscreen. You get a larger infotainment screen. So this is 8.3 inches, and of course, you get the simply wonderful Audi virtual cockpit, which you can't see because the steering wheel is blocking the way. So let me move it out like so. Actually, let me pop it back on. No, I don't want to turn the engine on. I don't need the engine on, not yet. There we go. So, you've got this wonderful large display, and you've got different modes as well. So, you can have it on your music, you can have it for your phone, or you can have the Google Earth, which looks so fantastic. It really does kind of make you feel like you are a pilot. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. You can also make the dials larger, like so. Got a little button here, and that button is to change the fuse. Now, there's so much technology in here that really, if I've got time, bloody music again. If I've got time, I will shoot a separate video just talking about the tech, because it has got lots of it. So of course you've got navigation, you've got Bluetooth, DAB radio, smartphone connectivity, and so forth. I've also got climate control, got different driving modes, which you can't really see because it's a little bit too dark. There we go, you can just about see it. Now there's this cabin is a little bit dark, so you've got a black roof lining. There we go, it's a little bit better. So you've got different driving modes. So you've got efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. So they're all pretty self-explanatory. That's obviously traction control, that's stop-start. This car's got park assist, but it's an optional extra. There we are, have another drink. And it's also got the advanced parking system as well, which off the top of my head, I'm not too sure how much it costs, but I can guarantee you it's over £1,000. So this particular car that I'm sat in is £47,770, and it's got over £8 worth of options. So yes, it is kitted out very, very well. So yeah, got an S-tronic gearbox, 7 speeds, and that is mated to a 2-litre diesel, but I will talk about the diesel in due course. Another optional extra, I've got memory function for the seat, but as standard, the seats are electronically adjustable, and they are also heated. Not too sure whether you can see the little heated seat icon just there. There we go. Right. Now, space in the front is very good. Getting a good driving position is very easy indeed, thanks to a seat that's got almost an infinite amount of adjustability, and a steering wheel that also offers a good amount of adjustment. Now, let me show you rear space, which is where this car falls down a little bit. So let's bring my seat forward like so. There we go. And I'm probably about to drag some dirt into the car, but not much I can do. Oh, a little bit awkward for me getting in because I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2". Right, let's bring that back. There we go. So it's back at my driving position, and as you can probably see, legroom is very tight for me. Yeah, I haven't got a lot of space at all, and headroom is even worse. You can't even see me. Oh, there we go, it's a bit better. So yes, my hair is firmly rubbing on the roof lining. Obviously, because this car has got a coupe style to it, it does mean that rear space has been compromised. So space back here isn't fantastic. If you're looking to put children back here or smaller adults, they should be fine. But yes, for someone of my height, someone blessed with a tall stature, yeah, you will struggle. However, if you want more space in the back, you could just buy an A4 saloon, of course. Right, so let's get out. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh. God, this isn't very dignified, if I'm going to be honest. There we go. Right. Let's put it back to my driving position. There we go. So yes, the inside of the Audi A5 is a very nice place to be, but I don't think you'd really want to sit in the back, not unless, like I say, you are a shorter person. Now, I'm not too sure whether I've mentioned it already, but the weather has been quite crap in the UK. Even though it's lovely and sunny now, about an hour ago, it was chucking it down with the rain. So the car is dirty, so I can only apologise for it. It's difficult to keep it clean in such poor conditions. So if I'm honest, I haven't gone through all of the optional extras because it's a little bit difficult keeping track of them. One of them though is the Matrix LED headlights. So as standard, the S line gets LED headlights, the Sport gets Xenon headlights. So this car's got the optional Matrix LED headlights, which I swear to God are brighter than the sun. Yeah, they are very bright. Audi has stated that they've been designed in such a fashion that they don't dazzle other road users. But in all honesty, in my experience, I have been flashed a few times because other drivers have assumed that I've got my high beams on when I haven't. So yeah, they are very good, but probably a little bit too good for their own good. Anyway, back onto engines. I have digressed a little bit. So you've got a choice of a choice of 6 engines, sorry, 3 petrol and 3, oh that's heavy, and 3 diesel. So I've got the least powerful diesel here. So 2 litre, 4-cylinder, turbocharged. All of the engines are turbocharged. It's pushing out 187 brake horsepower with 400 Newton meters of torque. It's mated to front wheel drive, so this car hasn't got quattro all-wheel drive, and as I mentioned earlier, it's mated to a 7-speed S-tronic gearbox, but you can have it mated to a 6-speed manual if you so wish. However, that S-tronic gearbox is really good, and it really suits the character of this car, if you ask me. So I would probably recommend you go for the S-tronic, which is unlike me because I'm manual through and through, so it's not often I recommend an automatic. It will hit 62 miles per hour in 7.7 seconds and continue to a top speed of 146 miles per hour. So although it's not the most powerful engine, it still packs quite a decent punch. Now the other diesels you can get, you've got a choice of 2 3-litre V6 units. One produces 215 brake horsepower, whilst the other produces 282 brake horsepower. You will need to bear with me, I'm doing all of this from memory. In regards to the petrol engines, you've got a 1.4 litre turbocharged petrol, which produces 148 brake horsepower, or you can have a choice of either 2 2-litre petrols. The less powerful one produces 187 brake horsepower, whilst the more powerful one produces 249 brake horsepower. So sorry to throw a lot of numbers at you there, guys, so hopefully you're able to keep up with me. But basically, in a nutshell, the engines range from 148 brake horsepower all the way through to 282 brake horsepower. So because this engine because this engine is mated to a car with 19-inch alloys, it emits 113 grams per kilometre of CO2, meaning for the first year of VED you'll pay £205, and on a combined run of fuel economy you can expect up to 65.7. Now if you stick with the standard 18-inch wheels, you will find fuel economy and CO2 to be a little bit better as well. Now, in case you're wondering about the benefit in kind, if you want to have it as a company car, it's 26%. And there we go. Oh God, that's quite heavy to close with one hand. That's a big old bonnet. Anyway, I think it's time for me to end. I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, give it a massive thumbs up. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click that bell icon. Sorry. Don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. And if you aren't subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? Be sure to subscribe for more car obsession.